What up? It's your boy back at it again with the motherfucking podcast. We back at it again, man. How you doing? Hope you guys are doing well. As you can see, I'm back at it again. You can see me again. My hair is just as much of a mess as it was last time, but you can see it more because it's lighter. My bad. I took a pen fit. Took a pen hit before we started, so I was trying not to cough in between, but it still happened. But yeah, hope y'all doing great. I don't know what episode this is, but hope y'all enjoy it, man. I mean, it's just me. What the fuck is this, bro? What is this shit? Like, you don't notice it until you're like, I start recording. Like weird shit is going on with my face. I don't know what it is, but anyways, cheers. If you feel like to smoke, smoke. If not, don't. I don't care. Cheers, guys. How to get it out? If not, I'm gonna be like, you know. This is brought to you. This playlist is on YouTube. It's called Stomp's playlist, and the title is Lofi Hip Hop Mix 2021. Align Lofi Beats to Study. Align No Copyright Lofi Hip Hop 2021. If y'all like it, give them a shout out, give them a subscribe, give them a like, whatever it is. It was like last year when you dropped it, so that's interesting. I like this music. Um, I like easy shit. I like easy shit. I like easy shit that doesn't really. Man, this glare is killing me, man. Like, what do y'all think? Maybe I shouldn't. I can't see a damn thing. But we're gonna run it blind. Fuck it. Just so y'all see my. Damn, I'm gonna have to put the muzzle on when I gotta read something. But for now, let's just have them off. Cause the glare. I'm trying to make it look better. You know what I'm saying? The glare's all fucked up. I feel like it's crooked. I don't know, man. I'm tripping. But yeah, man, it's been a busy days. It's been busy, man. I've been doing my thing, streaming, just doing my thing, man. Just streaming, working. Um, a little late on the podcast. I apologize for that, but it is what it is. Um, you know, sometimes I get a little too lost in like working and then coming off and then like streaming. Because to me, it's like it's the most relaxing thing, especially when like people are hopping on and you're interacting. It's kind of like a stress reliever a little bit. Unless I'm eating ass. If I'm eating ass, it's over, bro. I'm gonna be mad as hell. But sorry about that. But if not, I mean, fuck it. It's a good time, man. Even if I'm eating ass, like I get roasted by my own chat, and it's a good time as long as people enjoy themselves. That's really what I'm here about. That's what I'm about. I just want to entertain. That's it. That's all I kind of feel like doing. You know. I can never like I don't know, man. A normal job just I can't do it. I don't know what it is, man. Like it's hard for me to take that shit. Like just the day to day grind bullshit. Just like I don't know. I don't know. I think I've only had one job that I didn't mind staying at for like the rest of my life, which was a dangerous job. It was the job. It was a job right before I moved here too. I remember that. I worked at this job. Shout out to Patterson Wood Products in Nacogdoches, Texas, for all your wood product needs when it comes to wood shavings and wood pellets and shit like that. Good shit. You check it out. Good to burn. I've used it before, so I know what I'm talking about. But yeah, yeah, that was an easy job, man. I was making like 14.50 an hour, which doesn't sound like a lot, but like expensive rent there is like 600 something or like 700 something. Like it's not a fucking thing, man. It's not a fucking thing. Right now I'm paying like almost 2,000 for this shit. Like not even close to the like. crazy, crazy 180 difference, man. But yeah, like I had my rent was 350 there when I was renting it. That was such a small rent, man. And that, they hooked it up, man. It was a friend of mine. He owned a few properties, and he rented it out to me, man. I appreciate that, you know. Yeah, I'm still friends with him. We play actually on stream, so my boy No Hope. But yeah, No Hope 75. Um, yeah, man. It was like a weird feeling of like, if I stay here any longer, I'm just gonna get comfortable, and I'm gonna get too comfortable, and I'm not gonna want to get like I'm not gonna want to leave or anything. I'm just gonna fucking stay here, and I don't think it's a bad thing either. Like living a simple life is fucking simple. Like it's easy. Like it's not a hard job. Like if you manage to make ends meet, live in a town where you can make ends meet properly, right? Like where I'm talking about, um, fucking easy, man. Easy, easy shit. You know, I was probably making like 2,400 a month. I mean, that's barely anything, man. Like out of my check, 2,400. I still got 1,800 to spend, and I would go stupid with it. Well, not yeah, about 1,800 to spend, and I would go stupid, man. Like I just bought so much, just unnecessary shit. Like I think growing up poor, like it really fucked the way my reward system was. Like I thought if I do something good, then I deserve like if I work, at first it was like a reward. I remember that. I remember the beginnings of my fast food fucking addiction. It was it was weird. Like I remember getting my first check and the first thing I wanted was Wendy's. I don't know why. Something about Wendy's, man. I just fuck with it, and I got me a fucking I don't know some a baconator. I think when the baconator just came out too, I got that bitch. I got a chicken sandwich, no fries, nothing, just the two sandwiches. And I would be so fucking full, but I'd be like, oh, that was so good, like it was so good. And then I don't know, I lived with my mom at that time when I was still in my first job. I hadn't moved out yet, and I remember we got into some arguing. She was being petty, and she was being nice, of course. She was like, like she was making my stepdad like breakfast or food for lunch, right? She would do the same for me, and she'd make a little extra so that I could have something. And then one day she got really, really petty because I don't know. We got into an argument about something that, like, pretty much it was at that moment where like you're trying to get that independence. Sometimes like certain parents, they're like they still want to like act like you're a child, but you're like in that weird transition. Like you're still living with them, but like you're kind of an adult now. Like it's weird, and like yeah, we were beefing. I remember we were beefing and just like not nothing crazy or nothing, but she was just like, nah, I'm not making you no lunch, being petty. And that's when I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy food. Like I don't give a fuck. There was no Uber Eats back then. I would just fend for myself. I didn't give a fuck. I'd be like, hey, take me to the store. I'll buy you something. Let's go get something to eat or whatever. And I was like, and then one time she was like, hey, do you want me to make you lunch? And I was like, I got it, cause I was being petty too. And that was the last time. It's just kind of a sad thing, but I mean, it doesn't really feel sad, I guess. But that was the last time that like she made me something to eat like that for work. That's weird. That I kind of fucked myself up. These things will fuck you up, man. It'll send you down a fucking path, bro. But I'm down for the fucking ride. Fuck it. Yeah, I mean, fuck it. I didn't give. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It was, it was a weird time. It was a time when I was like trying to figure myself. I was trying to figure things out. I feel like I was behind. Like I want to say mentally, but not like stupid wise. Just like some kind of like, cause I mean, to be honest with you, like the first job I had to do with like I had to actually do math and cut things at certain angles and make sure everything's done right. There was a lot of things I had to go into like making 18 wheelers. Aside from just welding the normal stuff, there was things you had to add and stuff like that, and it had to be perfect because if not, fucking Final Destination type shit. But that's not the point. It was weird, man. That time, I'm remembering now. Like, I just got out of high school. I remember I was still, I was dating my ex at the time, and I didn't wanna go to her house because I was pissed off at her dad. This is where I started thinking from like in my head, like, man, this isn't the right person. Even though everybody close to me was like, hey man, like this seems like like this doesn't seem like a good relationship. But I was hard headed, man. Like I didn't I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. So yeah, I just fucking kept dating this one person. I mean, like we were both kind of fucked up in the head, in my opinion. So I think that's what really did us in. Just two wrongs don't make a right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, I went off and kind of tried to figure myself out after that a little bit. But it was weird, man. It was interesting. Like at that time, I had no car, but I was driving a lot, and it was because my friend didn't have a license. Either I didn't have a license either, but I was a better driver than him. For whatever reason, I was just a good. Like I wasn't amazing or nothing. Like you know what I'm saying? It's just, but I was good enough to not like get outside the lines and shit. You know the basics. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't hitting the brakes hard as shit, doing nothing like that. I was just doing my thing. I was just doing driving normally. It was a small town, so it's not like people are fucking wild. I mean, people wild out, but you know what I mean. You know, when you're in the city, it's like there's an accident every day. Like over there's an accident. Like there's a big accident. Like it's like on the news and shit. Like there's a big wake. The whole town knows about it. Like here, like yeah, it could have been 10 car crashes. I don't know who the fuck they are. I've never heard of them. I don't give a fuck. Like I just don't hear about them. This city's too fucking big. Cities are just too big to really care about that shit. But yeah, I would just drove around, man. I remember we used to like drive to SFA and run around SFA, play soccer, like just work out. At that time, I wasn't smoking. I didn't start smoking until I was 21. But I was drinking a lot. I was partying every single like weekend, hard, just hitting it hard, man, just hitting it hard. It was a weird like resurgence because for a while I took a break from drinking and shit. Like I was drinking since like 12 years old. Stopped around 16 because I was going heavy. I mean, and it wasn't like some people would say like where are my parents and just like my mom we were living by ourselves. My mom was a single parent at that time. So I mean there was nobody there. She would work nights. So at that time I remember I would get dropped off from school around 5:30, 5:45, almost 6. Or no, 5:20, something like that. Cause her shift started at 6 in the morning, at 6 p.m. and ended at 6 in the morning. So the whole time I'm free, she's working, and the whole time she's free, I'm working. I mean, I'm at school, you know. So that was weird. I mean, yeah, there was just no context. So I mean, I just did whatever the fuck I wanted. A 12-year-old with like no, nah, I had to be like 13 maybe. Yeah, around 13, 13, 14, somewhere around there. But anyways, like yeah, to have that freedom, fuck, I was all over the fucking place. Like it was crazy. It was crazy. I was all over the place, just running around being wild. Like I remember just coming home, kind of like eating something that she made before she left, and then just going out in the streets, and then that was it, man. I was just no supervision, like, and it was weird because it was kind of safe because the road we lived on was like it was like a country road, so like there wasn't like a gas station or a store or anything for miles, and there wasn't any like heavily populated areas or at all. It was just like a weird loop. I think I've talked about this in another podcast. It was like it was this, and then it was like, fuck, like that was like pretty much the road like that. So there was like a weird connecting right here, and then the thing. I don't know if I did something weird. My bad, but yeah, and so I just kind of roamed that area. But I mean, I didn't never really left too much at that time. I just kind of partied around that area. There was a lot of parties around that time where people drinking and shit. And I would just join them. Like, they didn't give a fuck. They're old school Mexicans, you know what I'm saying? They were fucking drinking and smoking. at 10, 12 years old. Some of them. You know, don't speak no fucking English like top Mexicans. Like, don't know what the fuck you talking about, bro. I'm just here to work and send money back home type shit. Like, I got another wife in Mexico type shit. Like, it is what it is. I just pull up, man, and just start drinking. They didn't give a fuck. You know. To them, it was like it's better if they kind of hang out around the neighborhood and kind of hang out here, and then they go out and party somewhere else and get hit by a car or some shit. I don't know. It was weird reasoning, but whatever. I took advantage of it. I was drinking hard, man. I was like a grown ass man drinking, but you know, after a while, I stopped. Went to church and shit. Like I became a full all Pentecostal Christian or whatever. I think that's how they call it, how you call it. But like, yeah, I went and I went in, like, you know what I'm saying, like seeing exorcism happen and shit. I went in, and it just didn't feel like it. Didn't feel like the thing for me, man. It was weird. Just didn't feel like it was for me, honestly. And just decided to become like agnostic, you know. Well, there's some kind of other. I guess that's agnostic or something. I don't know. There was some word. I don't know the definition of it. I just, if something happens like to where it's like, oh yeah, this is like proof of God or whatever, and then I'm like, all right, well, I mean, hey, here you go. Like this is a scientific proof, you know. But yeah, I don't care. You do you. At the end of the day, man, and as long as you don't try to fuck with my freedoms, I don't give a fuck what you do. You can praise the fucking God of putting shit up your ass. I don't care. You put shit up your ass. I don't know what you want, but I'm gonna do my thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what bothers me the most. Bothered me the most about it. It was very weird. Like when I went in like at that time you like you know what I'm saying like you're a young dude. I was a young dude. I was I'll be my mean shit from time to time. You're going through puberty and shit at that time. Let's not act like we're not. And yeah, man, I stopped that. I stopped drinking. I stopped talking to like certain people, which I feel fucked up about. Like, I mean, but it's like a young thing of like, and they taught, they try to like get you to kind of like just kind of stay within the church group and shit, like not really go outside of that and stuff. They don't discourage it, but they don't really encourage it either. Other than just kind of like you should talk to people so that you can convert them, pretty much. That was the reasoning, though. Kind of like the only reason they gave you, kind of like talk to people and shit, you know. But yeah, man, I went deep and I was like, didn't listen to any music other than Christian music. Didn't watch any movies other than Christian movies. It got to a point to where like I stopped playing video games. Like I went in, bro, and and then I would turn around and slow, like from time to time I would see them like falter. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the wife of the pastor, she says a few bad words here and there, so, by accident under her breath, thinking that nobody heard, and the other lady's like, shh, no, doña, whatever, don't say something, don't say that shit, or whatever, don't say that. Hey, stop fucking cooking. Nah, but it was kind of like, yeah, whatever, and it was like yeah, it was weird, and it was like I kind of thought to myself, I was like, that's weird, like. Or like some people watch other movies, or I just saw the way people acted, and it was like, am I? I'm not saying I'm the only real fucking crazy. That's stupid. But like, it just felt like people weren't putting in the effort that they were showing, because like a Pentecostal church, before you start mass, you sing and shit. You know what I'm saying? You start singing, you dancing and shit, and the fucking out, hee aha. You know what I'm saying? That shit. And then, you feel in the praise, and people will cry, and people will do this shit and just go in and start fucking trembling and shit, like going in and like, but then they would turn around and do weird shit. And then, like, you would hear shit of, like, yeah, one of the most devout ladies, like, yeah, she's cheating on her husband with this, or this dude did that, or there's like some kind of weird fucking domestic violence going on here, and they're like the most religious. It was very strange. Like, to me, that interaction was so fucking weird, man. Like, it threw me off, and I was like, maybe it's just this church. So I moved to another church, and it was the same fucking deal. In fact, it was even worse. Like, and it just felt to me like, well, I mean, like, yeah, this just isn't. I'm not expecting people to be perfect, but I expected more effort out of people that praise something so much. Does that make sense? Like, you believe in something so powerful. Like, you believe in heaven, and that if you do sin, you go to hell. This is what you believe. But yeah, you going out and doing some wild shit, or you going out doing this or that or this or that. Like, fuck, I can't. I gotta call you. I gotta say cap, bro. I gotta call cap on that, cause it's not. You're not believing what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. It was weird for me. I was like, this doesn't feel real. That makes sense. It feels like there's something past this. It feels like I don't know. You know what? You know what? You know what? One of the things I like most about first time going to a rave. I don't know if it's every single rave, but this one was like I don't know who was playing, but that energy of love, of like we're here to like enjoy something. There's people drunk as fuck, high as fuck, off on all kinds of shit, just zooted as fuck. But everybody's got like a positive vibe, and there was something about it that kind of reminded me of that time. It was like the only time when people truly felt like they were connected to something was was that time when people were like singing, dancing and shit. It was it was weird.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up. I can hear you from the
Bro,
room.
I got a podcast
Like I'm
going.
trying to sleep,
Bro,
bitch.
I got a podcast going. Get out of here.
And
That's Young Dyke, bitch ass motherfucker. Look at him, loser. Get out of here.
stupid, man. I can't even sleep till I hear this.
Well,
Dude, sound goddamn
what do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying, if you had a car, you wouldn't be here.
Shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah. You should forget.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to reset this. Shut up. Exactly. I forgot what I was talking about. Fuck. See what you did? Man, I got 8 minutes. That was a weird forehead thing. Fucking. Oh yeah. I feel like they were all fake. You know, there were no real Christians in the world and shit. But yeah, it is what it is.
This guy.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking sinners out here.
Yeah, you don't go to the gym and expect not to see fat people.
I mean, bro, I'm trying to do a podcast. You can't just interject like this. I'm for real. Like, leave the room right now. Like, you shouldn't really be talking if you're not gonna be on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying like I'm putting this on YouTube and shit. Like, you could leave, bro. Like, for real. Yeah, people tripping, man. Like, people think that you ain't trying to follow your fucking dream and shit. They don't respect that shit. And sometimes you gotta call that shit out, man. Bullshit, man. My girlfriend will try to do that shit sometimes. Like, yeah, I gotta go stream. She's like, why? Like, you can do one day off, and it's like, no, why? Why the fuck would I ever do a day off? I'm doing what I love. Like, shut the fuck up and get out of my way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, bro. Like, but again, it's the same thing with the Christian shit. It's like, you're not going full force. Why are you not putting in that effort? You know what I'm saying? And even like, and listen, I'm fucking. I gotta tell you, I'm burnt out. Like, the work ethic that I had when I first came out of high school, and the work ethic I have now, it's like it's very burnt out and jaded. With especially with life and shit. But it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, man. Like, I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm gonna keep doing what I want, man. Cause this is what else am I gonna do? Feel like shit about myself? Well, you know, listen to fucking whatever depressed people think about, or sit fucking, you know, listen to. I don't. I can't do that. Like, even if I, you know, go by the fucking motto, you know, you bend but you don't break. You know what I'm saying? You can get rocked a little bit, but get your ass back up and keep going. You know, even if you need to break down for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Even if you need to break down for a little bit, keep get back up and keep moving. And that's what you gotta do. And sometimes you gotta call people out. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, today's my day off, so I'm kind of just trying to relax. Feel like doing a podcast, and I've been postponing it just because um, just been feeling a little burnt out lately. But like, yeah, I was like, I gave it enough time. I've been kind of being lazy, watching TV, kind of relaxing today. I feel good. Let's get one go. Let's pump one out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So we here. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep giving you this shitty entertainment till the fucking. You know what I'm saying? Till I don't exist in this fucking planet. It is what it is. Y'all have a good one. Go fuck yourselves. Fuck Young Dyke. Y'all have a good one.